Segmental retaining walls are critical to winning at the hardscape game. Yet, there's a lot of misinformation. So we've come to the Carolinas, home of rolling hills, sticky red clay, and a market where nearly every single backyard needs a segmental retaining wall, to meet with a great Techo Pro contractor who builds walls nearly every day, and to check out some shiny new Caterpillar equipment to get some of the finer points of excavation right, because very few elements of a hardscape construction can deliver as much value to our customers and to our bottom line as a well-built retaining wall.
We're at the Edward J. Rapp Customer Training Center, where 10,000 dealers and contractors are trained every year. It's almost a 20-acre facility of equipment and attachments playground. We're learning from the experts at Caterpillar BCP division. With greater blade attachment and compact track loaders, we're able to cut that 4 foot of positive pitch away from the toe of our wall. Fire it up! That 4 foot of positive pitch is an industry standard. It's important that it be correct. Now, Rick, you're verifying that 4 foot of positive pitch. Why is that so important?
Because we have to make sure any kind of stormwater is going to be pitched away from that toe of that wall. If it gets really wet in here, it's going to supersaturate the soil, and we could have some settlement issues on that block.
Settlement and failure of our wall. Now, this is our trench. We're going to amend and compact this clay subgrade, put in a geotextile fabric, build our base, and then we'll have our segmental retaining wall units, our block, right here in the center of this trench. Now, what do we do to backfill that toe?
Well, we're going to toe stabilize it, so we can either use some dry concrete mix watered in,
okay,
or we can use some aggregate. It's just a very tight area. It's hard to get compaction.
Okay, so, and that's part of that 4 foot of positive pitch away from the toe.
That is correct.
Thank you very much. Now, we use a Caterpillar 303.5 mini excavator to dig our trench. We also use that tool to dig this foundation ledge or this foundation soil that's going to be under our soil reinforced zone. That's that column of soil that's geogrid reinforced behind our retaining wall. The mass of the block and the soil reinforced zone holds back that clean stone and that soil. Now I see these white arrows here. Rick, one more time. These white arrows represent what?
This is another area that we checked again, just to make sure that we have positive pitch, because if there's any kind of groundwater or anything like that coming back this excavation, we want to make sure that it's running towards that drain at the back of the SRW.
Okay, and that drain is going to be running to daylight, a maximum run of 50 feet, be T-boxed through the wall or tied in to a subterranean drainage structure.
Yep.
Now, in that 4 foot, what is our proper pitch?
We're about 3 degrees right here, 3/8 of an inch per foot, and about 1.5 inches total drop.
Okay, across that area, 3 degrees. Now, why is it so important that this foundation soil under this column of soil that's geogrid reinforced, we call a soil reinforced zone, our wall being here, why is this area positively pitched so important?
Because if we get too much water in this area, it becomes super saturated.
Ponding or pooling.
We could see some settlement, which is going to pull down on our geogrid, down drag forces.
Yes, sir.
And then potentially compromise our SRW.
So not properly compacting, not properly grading the foundation soil under our soil reinforced zone could lead to the failure of our wall?
Yes.
Thank you, Rick. Now here's our first angle of repose, or that first angle at which we excavated following the stable angle for this soil type, which is a heavy clay. We've got our first bench here. It's following the requirements from your local municipality's website on the soil types in their area. So we have approximately 18-inch shelf or bench cut here and it's relatively flat. Slight pitch forward, back, or level, there's really no specification for it. Now we did use a rise and run calculation to get that angle of repose and this one and our final one up top. This graphically represents that. We have a 2-foot rise and a 4-foot run. That gives me approximately 25 degrees following the hypotenuse of that triangle so that we can quickly work with our team to establish that angle all the way across here. Our final shelf or bench is right here. It's again 18 inches, relatively flat. Then we have our final angle of repose, and that brings us to finished grade or TOW, top of wall. Now what we have is JC getting a 4-foot of positive pitch here away from the top of our wall. JC, can I ask you a couple questions?
Yes, sir.
How do you attach this greater blade technology?
Yes, sir. On this 259, we have a hydraulic coupler. That quick coupler allows me to go to this work tool, marry them together. One click of the hydraulic switch, I see 2 red pins go down. That verifies my tool's engaged. We always test the work tools, give a little tilt, pick the machine up, we're good. Once you get out of the machine, I walk around. I'm gonna make 3 simple push connect hydraulic connections, 1/4 turn electrical connection. The job is done. Very simple.
How long does all that take?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Now I see these uprights here, and this is for smart grade technology.
Yes, sir.
I know we have a couple of options. Can you explain them to me?
Option 1, when you get a grader blade, you get an IMU. It communicates with the work tool, lets you know when your side slope is on grade or not. If you want to use the advanced grade control, you can do cross slope and downfall, super accurate, but you're gonna have to get that from your cat dealer.
So yeah, laser or
Yes,
GPS
that
or
is
whatever.
correct,
So
sir.
either one of those works. Now, let me ask you one more question. Using this technology on that compact tracked loader, how much time do you think we saved?
This work tool here, we're doing it in 20 minutes versus 2 guys, rake, shovels, and picks, working 8-hour shift.
Yeah, that's 16 man hours.
Yes, sir.
JC, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
All right, from there to right here. Can you see that? Keep coming. There you go. This is the time not to rush. Get your excavation right. Now 25 degrees back. Curl it all the way up.